Hello and welcome back, friends of the channel, connoisseurs of Crusader Kings 3 and newcomers alike. We are here for the very first time with King Ordgar ap Rickard of the newly formed Kingdom of Cornwall. We have made some changes to represent our legendary Lioness culture and its mythological stories. We have made a new crest for House Cernu, and we have, in tradition of the way the game forms the new place, the Kingdom of Cornwall's crest is the crest of the family who forms it, which is usually Cernu. So we have made the crest of the we have made the coat of arms of the Kingdom of Cornwall the same as the coat of arms for the House Cernu, and that coat of arms is sea blue with a white horse and the three crowns representing the petty kingdoms of Cornwall, Weiss, and Wessex. This new version, I think, combines together the legends of the Lioness people that have unified us and helped us create a common story with our Anglo-Saxon settlers, and also keeps us in line with our original three-crown shield we once had. In the tales of the Lioness, the white stallion represents the cresting of waves, the white crest of waves, and so I think that's great. We're keeping our house words, or we're not. Our original house words were be cunning, and we have changed our house words to be cunning, representing the original house words, be patient, representing Ordgar's slow climb to kingship after he became the Duke of Cornwall, and be wise, representing Dumnarth and his religious lifestyle and his great intelligence. So our new words are be cunning, be patient, be wise. All right, that's done. Everything else we have to do, these are really easy. This isn't like last time where we had to find people. It's just click. Countess Wolfwaru, daughter of Aethelwulf, proud knight, landed for his service by Dumnarth, is going to become the petty queen and then duchess right afterwards. It's going to be petty queen in this menu, but it's going to be she's going to become duchess, not Weiss, of Wessex. So that's hers. She's going to not like the fact we're keeping Somerset, but that's just the thing she's going to have to get used to. I mean, she doesn't like it, but she likes us so much that it doesn't matter that she doesn't like it. It's just how it goes. That has stripped us of one of our positions, our marshal. Now, we don't have anybody who's really good at marshal, so we're probably going to take this guy. He's a lord from northern Wales that we picked last time, so he's going to be our marshal for now. Neither of these two are really good enough to give them a position, but also they both like us enough that it doesn't matter. So we're going to stick Lord Sifrey as the marshal just immediately. As you can see, he's from up here. And now that we have done that, we get to go over here and we get to see good old Lord Arfael has followed in Dumnarth's footsteps, and he has won the race of life. He is still alive. He has recently, sorry, didn't mean to click off that, has recently degraded from fine to poor, which means he is coming to the end of his life, but he is still kicking, which means he is granted the Hebirth, the title that we promised to his father. Where is it? Oh, why can't I see it? It's right there. So that is now his title. That means that his family will rise to that title, and they will migrate to the Kingdom of Wales with our son. Yes, the original dream of Dumnarth was to combine all this territory together, but the purpose of that dream was to make sure that it was all controlled by members of the house and family Cernu, who would steward it better than those who are currently taking care of it, and this is another version of that. Wales is an independent kingdom, hopefully with a strong alliance between these two kingdoms will be good for our future, and that is that. All right. We're also going to pause for a moment, and we are going to change our outfit. We're not going to make you sit through that, though, because that could take me a while, and yeah, it's probably not fun to watch. So I'm going to do that with some magic, and we are right back at it. There we go. We've put them both into some nice fine red, representing their new wealth. We're going to go over the kids now. Prince Rickard ab Ordgar has gained Diligent. This is really great. I'm very happy about this. This is very nice. This is probably because, I don't know if you know how this works, so we shouldn't explain too much because, yes, we should. We explain everything. That's what we do. So when you have a tutor or a guardian that isn't you, they still get the events that come up that give them their traits, but the guardian will always let the child pick unless the event gives them a trait that they have. So most likely he got an event where one of the outcomes was Diligent, and then she forced him to be Diligent because she shares that trait, which is absolutely amazing. And I probably noticed she was Diligent, but that makes her, and it's another reason why she's such an unbelievably awesome guardian to have found, because she has made our son Diligent. Not only she made him Diligent, but it's got this weird combination. Like, he absolutely despises physical confrontation. And we'll let this run in the background a little bit, I think. He absolutely hates physical confrontation, but he's diligent. So, like, he's very focused and likes to do work, hard work, and, you know, get things done. So I think that's pretty cool. I like that combination. It's not one that I've ever really played before. Our wife is pregnant. That's interesting. Nothing's really changed with Dumnareth since he married her. I'm thinking of maybe giving her a title by save editing. I haven't decided yet. We're thinking about it. We're thinking about it. We'll decide. Oh, wow. Right as we're, oh, jeez. You know how I said it's great? Oh, wait, actually, Cynical is good for learning. Just how I was talking about how they'll force them to take the same traits they have. If it comes up, we watched as he was forced to take Cynical by her, I'm guessing. So that's interesting. Normally, Cynical isn't a bad trait. It just means you don't, you know, he thinks that things are related to self-interest as opposed to you know, reciprocity or you know, faith or generosity, or just like the desire to do well for others instead of yourself. That's fine. Cynical does lead to learning, which is what he's after anyway, so it's actually a pretty good trait for him. So, I mean, that's good. She's doing a great job. Thank you. That'll make him a better, more learned person when he grows up. I can't believe we saw his trait appear literally looking. Prince Adelflaed wants to be a warrior, and I think we've given her a guardian already. Yes, she's doing well. And that, let's see, her brother here. I'm gonna rethink this. We got, so until he turns 6, this can be changed freely. It doesn't get stuck. You can only change it once, but before they turn 6, you can change it again. So we're gonna rethink this in about a year, I think, maybe a little more. When does he turn? He's sick, but kids being sick doesn't usually hurt them too bad. So in November. So yeah, we're gonna wait till a little bit after November, and we're gonna check him again. And I'm gonna rethink this. I don't think this is the path for him. He's bossy. He's not gonna like it. He's not gonna do well there, and I don't want to ruin his education just because I want him to be a priest. Maybe we try to get him into the Templars. If not, we find some kind of other solution. There are other solutions. I mean, we have a long life ahead of us, probably. We are only 35, which means we're probably going to go out and we could potentially expand our territory in order to find something for our son. It's not something we'd originally planned to do, but it's something we definitely can do. Our situationing has changed who our steward is. Our other northern lord here, Sewellen, he is a good steward, so we'll just put him in the position. And what do we got going up here? We have a problem with knights. Learning a lesson. Taught a lesson. My court tutor, Isilt, has been aiding me day and night in my efforts to learn Italian Vulgar. Her dedication to the art of teaching is inspirational. There's not a day when I'm not brought an Italian Vulgar letter to read, a learned Lombard man to converse with, or an extraordinary mnemonic rhyme. Okay. She is doing her job well, that is true, but this is not. I think she deserves a reward. I mean, she's literally being paid to do this job already as our tutor. So, you know what? We already literally pay her to do this job, so I don't think she needs a bonus. She's supposed to help us learn stuff. None of my traits really imply that I would do that. No, I'm gonna do it anyway. I think that generosity is good for a new king, and it creates a good example for the future. So that's that. Let's look at our accolades. We can create a new accolade. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna rename the we're gonna rename them Knight of the White Stallion, representing our new coat of arms. I'm gonna make sure we push enter, otherwise it won't keep it. And then we're gonna create a new accolade. Okay, they want us to put Ethelbert in there. He's got Vanguard and Marauder. Vanguard is really good for us because it gives us more heavy infantry. Lets us make our Huscarl units larger. I don't want him to be a Marauder, though. I don't think Marauder is of any use to us whatsoever. We're never going to be dreadful, though. What else has he got? He's got Outrider. Outrider's not really good for us either because we're not going to really have many horsemen, but we'll take it anyway. It's better than Marauder, I think. Create that accolade. And he already has a successor, this knight here, which is good. We are down quite a few knights, but we're just going to look at this list. There's a couple things I thought about that I'd like to change. We can run in the background, though. One of those things is he stays in because he's a successor, so he's basically grandfathered in. Everything's happening at once, okay. So the new pope, the old pope is dead. This language is no longer the language of the pope, but we've been working on it, so I don't think we're going to just give it up. I don't think it really matters which one of these we take, so we'll just take this one. And so we forbid people under 10 unless they're being grandfathered in because they're related to one of our knightly orders. I'm going to actually allow Earl Ferverden to fight because I realize he's a grown man with a son, right? If he wants, he's a good enough warrior that he can fight, and I let all of the rest of my vassals fight, so there's no reason to exclude him from it. So we're gonna let him fight. And I think we're gonna hire this guy. He's a Staru, but hopefully we can change his faith once he joins us. So we're just gonna pay for him because he's there and he gets us closer to the number we should be at. We also have this guest here who is Catholic and Gaelic and has a claim on Ross. I don't think we'll ever go up there, although we do have an ancient connection to Ross because that is who Dunmarth's brother married right at the beginning, was from Ross. Or in that region, I think it's Ross, but I'm not 100% sure it's not Ross. It could have been Mortimer right above it. He's very expensive though, so probably because he has this claim, he's more expensive, so we'll probably pass him up. Anybody else in here? We're supposed to be running while we're talking over this. Nope, everybody is properly forbidden or allowed to knight fight, so we got really to wait. We can't do this because we've already done it recently. I don't think we have any women to marry because we've also done that recently. Our stewardship perk here gives us administration finally. That's great. Let's get out of here. Now, so our situation is like this now. We want to transition over to learning. If we don't transition to learning, we can change our wife to manage domain, and then we'll only be one domain down, which I think is acceptable until our son grows up. We won't be any domain down if we stay where we are, that is. But if we change to learning right now, and we leave things as they are, I think she'll be able to stay with doing what she's doing. Let's see. If I change... So... he's at 3 from this. He has to stay at 18. So he'll lose 3, which will put him at 19. I think that's fine. If we have to change her over, we'll change her over. We want to get over to here now because we want to start working on Scholar to follow in his grandfather's footsteps. We will talk about that more once we're out of the screen, so we'll just switch that over. That changed nothing, just as I suspected. She can stay doing what she's doing. Let's see what this person here wants. In the flanks of my throne room, I hear Master of the Hunt, Edmund, engaged in intense negotiation with Charbros over the sale of a beautiful peregrine falcon, a highly prestigious bird. Okay, so I'm not gonna steal it for myself. Well, not only do I not have the money, but it's not. I like to hunt, but we don't really hunt with birds very often, and it just does not seem like it fits my character, in spite of the fact it's a stress down. I think we're gonna take the first option. We're gonna flip the coin, see maybe it comes out for maybe it goes well, and we gain the stewardship experience. Otherwise, we did our best. There we go. So we helped them with the sale. We convinced them to make the sale at the price offered. That's good. That keeps some peace between those two guys, and lets us see our court for the first time. I think there's one more thing we should do. One more thing. As wild as that seems, I know, but we got to do the stuff. We're going to hear our petitioners. Try to get through this as quick as we can. A man approaches my throne who is clearly a commoner. My lord, he begins his speech. I represent the local community of Oxfordshire. In the last few months, our cemeteries have been plagued. Okay, our doctor. Oh, listen, I get it. You're callous, so you don't care about how your actions affect other people, but you're not allowed to do this. We're not putting you in prison because you served us well. But stop. Thank you. Stop. It seems my uncle Earl Fervirden has been nursing a temper while awaiting an audience. My lord, I cannot abide your tolerance of unbelievers like Lord Sifray in the realm, even amongst the nobility. God made his demands on us plain. Cornwall should be a land of the faithful. Out with these insular dogs. So we're gonna have to sit down and have a discussion about his father's thoughts on this, because he was very young at the time, but his father was very, very much in favor of keeping the insular around. I mean, we don't have to support them, and we don't have to agree with their positions on things. You know, we can definitely keep our own counsel about the things that they're allowed to do and like what's acceptable and not acceptable. We can't make them leave because that's wrong. I'm not becoming insular. That's crazy. I judge a man by their quality, not their beliefs. Earl Fervirden will very much dislike this. All faiths are welcome in my kingdom. So this makes, oh, that guy. I think this is right. We don't discriminate based on faiths. I mean, there's only one faith we discriminate based on, and that's Astaru. Everybody else can be here. I mean, they're not necessarily going to be represented in the court, and their beliefs will be tolerated where they're acceptable, but we're not going to, like, throw them out or cause them harm because of it. So we're going to do all faiths are welcome in my kingdom. I think that's right. Reeve Elwig approaches me with a straighter posture than usual and visibly eager about what he has to say. My liege, the people in your realm need the occasional joyous gathering so they can forget their stresses. I would gladly finance a feast, even if held under your name, as it is good for the good of Cornwall. Though I would duly expect a favor in recompense. Recompensation. Recompense is, I think, is the more common pronunciation of that word than the whatever it was I made up. Okay. So I'm not giving him a favor. I mean, he's just a Reeve, right? It's not... He's an old man. He's a Reeve. He's lowborn. I'd prefer not to give him a favor. I would prefer not to give him a favor. But, you know, he came to me with a good deal, and I'm trusting, so I'm gonna give him the favor. I trust that he won't do anything awful with it that I wouldn't approve of, so let's do it. Let's see if my trust holds out or if he takes advantage of me. So that is money for a feast. So do we even have a feast in the queue? Can we do one? It was very recently, the last time we did one. Unavailable for 5 years. How long is it? Geez, 4 years. I hope he doesn't get disappointed. I mean, I can't hold a feast right now, so that's a thing. Is there any way to know, like, how long I have? Apparently not. Okay, so how long do I have, I wonder? Well, I mean, hopefully everything turns out okay. in 4 years, I'll have the money to run a feast even if I do spend this money now. So we're going to spend this money now. And the question is on what? Well, we kind of want to hold a great horse race to draw people to our realm, and we kind of want to do a very short worldly pilgrimage to Canterbury to represent our coronation. Those are both things that we would like to get done as quickly as possible. We don't have to be paused when we talk about this, though. That's another thing we can remember, try to remember every time. So this pilgrimage, it says it's going to be really expensive. We're going to do a worldly one. We're not going to the Vaticano. That's crazy. I mean, it's not crazy, but it's not what we're doing. So we have, wow, we have a perfectly clear, excellent path right there with nothing in the way. It's almost like it's perfect. It's very good. So 147, that's quite a lot. I guess we should make this ceremonial because we are actually going there for the specific purpose of this representing a coronation and our very first secular pilgrimage. We're not... I think we're going to do reflection. We're not doing contemplative. This isn't intended to be wrong, but what we could do is just on the way back... No, actually, I don't think that makes any sense. This is a specific for a specific thing. So we're just going straight there, doing our coronation, and then coming back. So there we go, there we go, there we go. Wait, when did this become expensive? What? That is so expensive. I guess we just do an appropriate one. I guess we can't afford to do a fancy one. That's okay. I mean, sure, it doesn't have to be a big deal. I mean, it should be a big deal. Why are you restricting me from sending... we're just gonna get out of here. Just gonna let the month roll over, because it's almost the next month. If I'd have been unpaused a little more often, this wouldn't have had to happen. This would not be nearly so awkward. We're gonna do that pilgrimage. Worldly pilgrimage. Confirm. Canterbury. Pomp. Ceremonial. Start the pilgrimage. Let's get out there. And let's go and visit a place where there are learned men who we can talk to about the future, about acquiring books for the library that we're building in Oxford as we grow its development that will eventually turn into the university. Oh, wow. He sees, on his first pilgrimage, he sees a beastly omen, and that beastly omen is a stag, the same one that his grandfather saw when he went to grieve the death of his father. I wonder if he remembers that story. He must remember that story. This is very symbolic. This is like his father is joining him for his coronation. And our son. Look at this! The omen is I will have a child soon, which is great. I mean, I don't know that we want the fertility bonus, but that's cute. I should put my family first. Still a family omen, of course, but this is the other family omen. I think this is right because we don't think it represents a child. I think we think that this represents our father. Just like how Dumnorith thought that the stag outside of on his Spanish pilgrimage represented his father. So our father is coming with us to our coronation. That's pretty great. I'm gonna put that up there. We have a new son, okay. Starting to have more sons than we know what to do with. Maybe this son will be willing to become a monk. His name is... Do we have any family names left? Myself. We already named our youngest son after that. We're not naming him after ourselves. We already have... we haven't named a child after ourselves. Let's just find a new name. A new cool name to add to the... we could name him Fairvirden. I think it's Gosselin, though. Gosselin is great. So our young son, Gosselin. Let's see. He has picked up his mother's comely trait. Very nice. We've inherited an exceptionally large number of comelies, to be honest. I guess only 3, but that's still a lot. I mean, both of our first sons and our last sons all got comely. Of our 6 kids, we got 3 of them. That's pretty good. We'll just do that. And then we should put family first, and then we'll continue on our pilgrimage. We are known for our dedication to our faith. That's pretty good. Travels to come. So we are superstitious, so we will absolutely ask for an omen. Oh, we got a bad omen. So a good omen and a bad omen. Yeah. That's local hero. As we traverse the flatlands, trudging through the mud, we encounter a modest wayward shrine, naively carved. It sports a cross at its head, and below the weathered words, "Here lies Saint Aeswith of Kent, blessed daughter of Rockster." What did she do to become a saint in the time that she... No, this is the okay, I was gonna say, this is the territory person. This is not the saint. That's fine, that's fine. Yes, absolutely. I know this is gonna put us into further debt, and we hate to be insolvent, and we've said it many, many times, but I mean, this is symbolic of our journey, so we're definitely going to, leave some coins at the shrine. I hope that doesn't cause us to go into, to deeper debt. We have walked the holy path. We become a pilgrim. We lose some stress. Good. We've visited the Canterbury, so we gain lifestyle experience. All right, the echo of my own footsteps is the only sound in the church. I am alone. The last thing I remember from the outside world is the face of those beggars near the gates. The blue sky. And the blue sky. So distant now. Time to pray. No, not really. Look at those beautiful arcs. Most likely. I should make an offering. No, we're not giving up the lioness veins of trade. No. Look at those beautiful arcs. Our pilgrimage becomes more worldly. We gain some lifestyle. This is correct for our purpose here. So this is what we're doing. More lifestyle experience from our journey. This has been a very profitable coronation / pilgrimage. We unlocked a learning perk because of all the learning we gained, and we're going to pick up scientific right away. We probably should pick up faithful. I might even do it next, or I might hit scholarly circles first. I don't know if we're technically faithful, but we are integrating some degree of interaction with the church into our roleplay, simply representing the fact that they're the people who know the most. And thus, they're the people we have to go to learn about scholarly stuff. So this is the Pilgrim's Guide. Gives you a diplomacy and some piety. Makes you more worldly, but takes 5 gold from us that we don't have. God shall guide me. Gives us some piety. I think we're gonna go for the for getting the guide. I think that's good. I don't think we're gonna use it though. Honestly, we should check to see what we need to keep here. I think we're gonna keep all of it. I think we might change the masterwork trinket, the prize brooch, into a court artifact, just because I love the idea of this very symbolic early item from our story just sitting in our throne room. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna put on the Pilgrim's Guide in its place. Let's just immediately install that. Oops, that's not the right button. We want this one. Install that in the throne room. Did we click the wrong button? No, we didn't. It just didn't appear for a second. There we go. Prize brooch, representing the beginning of Dumnarth's journey, now sits in our throne room. Let's finish this pilgrimage. Okay. I think this has been a successful pilgrimage. We've seen the priests. They've crowned us king, as per tradition. I would prefer to actually get this one. I shouldn't be spending money, but we're gonna do it anyway, because it feels right to me. Gain some prestige. I don't think we're gonna get another event. Nope, we're done. We did all right. The very first pilgrimage of our life. We learned a lot of things. We met a lot of the priests, and we officially underwent our Catholic coronation. And let's go home. Okay, so I am going to be including some pilgrimages. He's not going to be obsessed with it like his grandfather was, to represent him going to places of learning where the priesthood are. Again, to acquire books for his library, and that library is going to make the basis of the future University of Oxfordshire. Okay, it's good to be home. We're doing well. We're almost out of debt. It sucks that we went in debt in the first place. Maybe the fact that we've went and done this will mean that the Pope will give us money sooner. Maybe he'll appreciate us better. We are now officially crowned by the Catholic Church and accepted in our position of king. Gotta think if there was something I was going to do. I thought I had something in my mind I needed to do, but it just like disappeared right out of it. I needed to check. Oh no, this is pumping up and we should look at this. We haven't finished this yet, so these guys are all doing what they have to do. This is fine, right? Yeah, we don't want to integrate titles because the only titles we could integrate are the duchies up here, and we don't want to keep those. So this is all fine. Let's just see how Oxfordshire is doing. It has reached development 10, and it is halfway to development 11, so it's going along quite nicely now. There's lots of bonus that we're getting out of this, like quite a lot. What is this? So, Earl Edelwolf's hunt. We will absolutely go to our best friend's hunt. We will do this. It's literally right beside us. It's literally right there. And we will click this. But before we go on this hunt, we will make this the end of this episode. The very first episode as king. We went to get our coronation done. We settled all of our different domain concerns. We looked over our children to make sure that their educations were going. Oh, he got trusting. That's good for a diplomat too. She's doing such a good job for this kid. I should have given you a better reward for... I did give you the reward, didn't I? Never mind, I gave her the reward. I clicked that one, I'm sure I did. She's picked 2 of her own traits, and traits that I actually like, and trusting is a trait he shares with me. Look at this kid. He hates physical conflict, but he is dedicated. As dedicated as anyone in the family has ever been to the goal of building this university and creating a great and powerful kingdom. He is doing great. And that's where we're going to end this, just looking at how great he's doing. We don't want to miss our opportunity here, so we're going to remove his guardian, which will bring him home. This is going to be the last thing in the episode. And then we are going to educate him. And we're going to put him under probably the same guy we put his sister under. We need a person who is Lioness. Why? What? Oh, that's not how that works. Right, so we're going to educate him. We're going to change the guardian half of this. No, that's right. Do I not have a good person for this? I don't think I have a good person for this. Oh, then we'll do it next time. We will change this though, just in case we forget, so he doesn't get stuck and turn over to 6 before before we click that all-important button. Maybe he'll join a holy order. Maybe he'll join a holy order, and maybe instead he will just... We'll just have to find a situation for him, and you know what that means on our scale, right? Situation means a kingdom, and I don't know what kingdom we could conquer except Brittany. I mean, we've been trying to avoid it, but that's not the right one. Technically, by our legal rights as the leader of the family, we could... Did I actually do that? I actually clicked that through, didn't I? I thought there would be a... I thought there would be a frickin' thing. There is. Right? Yeah, there is. Okay, so what did I click? Did I... No, I didn't click anything. Okay, good. Oh, because I haven't decided that yet. And with that mistake that I thought I had made that I didn't actually make, we're going to end the episode, and I will see you the next time we are here with King Ordgar, Ricket of the Kingdom of Cornwall, and soon the Kingdom of Cornwall and Wales, and maybe in the future the Kingdom of Cornwall, Wales, and Brittany. It's yet to be decided, but it may come to be. Bye for now.